Welcome back to another epic home studio tour. Today we are hanging out with my friend Logan Murphy. I met Logan a couple of years ago when we went to Kansas City and we visited JTL Studios. If you've seen the channel for a long time, you might remember JTL Studios, this cool place that had like 8 or 9 producers in one building. It was amazing. Anyway, fast forward to now, some of those guys have gone and moved on from JTL. Some of them came here to Nashville. Logan is one of those guys, a drummer, excellent drummer, producer, obviously engineer. He's also an artist, singer, writer. Logan was kind enough to invite us to come hang out and see the new space. If you're interested in checking out some of the music that he's working on or is producing, number one, I'm using a bunch of it in this video. Number two, I'm gonna put links to those projects down in the description of this video. Also down in the description are gonna be some links to equipment that you can check out from our friends at Sweetwater. I put some lists together of gear that I use in my own home studio if you're interested in checking that out. Or if you're curious about some of the gear that Logan's using in his studio setup, you can click that link to the gear down in my description and go find it yourself. It's gonna take you to sweetwater.com. Sweetwater sponsoring the video, so if you're just looking at picking up some new software or gear or anything, there's always some good discounts and things like that. Click that affiliate link down in the description to take you over to Sweetwater to check out some new stuff. Of course, if you're glad, as I am, that the studio tours are back, smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment down below. Let's go check out Logan's studio.
What's up? I'm Logan Murphy. Welcome to the studio. This is new. I've been here like less than a month. Probably like 3 weeks. So I'm like 2 weeks into making noise down here and the week of hell, wiring everything. And but yeah, I'm freaking loving it, man. Perk of like living in Nashville is that some houses like have studios already in them. So yeah.
All this was here when you came in.
Yeah, all the treatment. So like kind of the fake psych wall situation, mixing nook, the cloud, diffusion, and then this kind of like cool bass trap deal up here was all here.
Wow.
Yeah, so I kind of just
Freaking
like
lucky.
got to move in and set up shop, and it already like sounded pretty awesome. Especially I've pretty much only treated my own rooms like myself forever. Right. And so coming into a space that was like actually thought out with someone that knows much more than me about the like angles and science of it all.
Yeah.
Was freaking very cool. So.
And do you know who did it?
It's this little guy named Niles. Is this company Niles?
Niles Acoustic and Design, I think is the name of the company. I think he changed his name, but it's Niles. He builds so many of the studios here in Nashville and a bunch that I've done tours in. So this is
very cool. So the owner, we just connected, kind of mutual friends, both from Kansas City. And so he was telling me, I guess 8 or 9 years ago, this was one of Niles' like kind of guinea pig projects to get some rounds in, and yeah, very cool. It sounds amazing. So the owner of the house lives up in New York now, and he was like, this huge desk is also here if you just want to like keep that. And I'm like, twist my arm, you know.
That is hilarious.
So yeah, I literally just kind of like got to come and set up shop on this already like really cool space. So.
What is this? Is this like an early Argosy or something? It kind of looks like an
Argosy.
I think so.
Yeah, like I actually searched around for a name. I think Nathan, the owner, said it was Argosy. And he built this like kind of drop top.
Oh, okay, that makes way more sense.
Yeah, so it was all black, and I think he just thought it lightened up the room and stuff. And
sweet.
Yeah, really cool.
That rules, dude.
Kind of matches the wood vibe and stuff. Spent like around 10 years in Kansas City. And was pretty deep into the JTL squad out there who we've done a bunch of tours with. And yeah, just kind of felt like the next step in the career. And yeah, we're like a little closer to family now too, but.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Kansas City is like, there's like a lot of great underground scenes there, but I felt like anyone that kind of like touched any sort of success, like moved here or to LA. And so it felt like the level of artists, it was kind of like hard to grow in that sense. And so kind of bite the bullet and like move to where a lot of that's happening. And so that was kind of the reason for the move, and been doing like a whole lot of mixing since I moved, which was kind of to my surprise. Still like call myself probably a producer first.
Yeah.
And like a mixer second, but yeah, a bunch of producing and mixing, and have like a whole pile of projects in like the sync world. I would say 60% clients, 40% I just write music that's kind of an outlet that also lives on sync.
Yeah.
A few of like my personal projects. I have like a alt pop project called the Paper Brigade. I have a project that kind of lives in like more wedding world that's called Locked In. That's like acoustic folk. I do a little project with my brother called Valor. It's like another pop rock project. And then a guy I'm helping develop, his name's Xander Ward. Yeah, he's like a full-on artist, but also kind of lives in that sync space as well.
So drummer, producer, engineer, and now mixer.
Yeah.
Pretty
yeah,
exciting.
and on some of the sync stuff, I like try my hand at singing a little bit here and there
Yeah,
too.
that's right. That's right.
But yeah, I'd say drums are kind of my baby, and yeah, definitely the thing that comes most natural. Yeah, I was up in East Nashville for the last couple years and kind of just like made 2 bedrooms work.
Okay. Yep.
But I feel like this is the first space that I've had where I can like fully spread my wings as a drummer.
Yeah.
Just with like some true room and space to get some different sounds and stuff. But yeah, so there's kind of like the mixing nook, I would say, and kind of just have it like walled off in a sense.
Yeah.
But I like everything just kind of at arm's reach. I do a lot of like the actual music on the stuff I produce, so having the synths at like always on and handy, and the bass just to grab it and stuff. But yeah, and then over here is just kind of the drum section. I've only been in here a couple weeks, so I'm kind of like playing with how much dampening I do or don't want to do. I've tracked a few things already and it sounds great. I've got a couple bogos that I can like kind of place around to get the smaller thing if I want. But yeah, so that's kind of that area. And then for vocal sessions and stuff, I just kind of use this area and kind of also bogo it off to kind of create a little booth situation.
I've never heard anyone call it BOGO.
Gobo?
Oh, yeah. I've heard Gobo, but I didn't know if
I'm saying it backwards.
Oh,
that's hilarious.
I just didn't know. I was like,
Yeah,
wait,
buy one, get one free.
Oh.
That's what
figured there was like some, this is like a cool new way
like
of saying
overdub Gobo.
You know what I love about this space is something I tell people a lot who are setting up new studios is to prioritize comfort. Because number one, if this is a space you are going to spend every day in, make sure that it's a place that you enjoy being in, or else if you have to be there, do work, good work, and then also, I don't know, be creative and inspired. Like, if it's not comfortable, it's gonna be very difficult to do those things. So I love that you have sort of this walled off listening mix position spot. It's almost like a full separate room without a wall here. So you can have people sit like, behind you, but still pretty close, and you got the couch thing. Like the control room is kind of a tricky beast to balance between gear and instruments, and then like people being able to not feel crammed and cluttered and stuff.
For sure.
I love how this is like still pretty open, and it's light colors, so it feels nicer. And
yeah, thanks, man. I know like when I go hang out at other studios, it's just like the vibe is so important.
Oh yeah.
To like the creative process. So yeah, I like want people to be excited to come over, and like having a big comfy couch too is just like, I just want to like settle in and like write a song, And so no, I totally agree.
A lot of times we'll get really distracted by gear. I want to get this rack and this blah, blah, blah. And we're like, the people who pay us couldn't care less.
Yeah.
Where do I sit?
Yeah, totally.
Like, we don't need chairs.
Like
we got 1176s.
Uncomfy, hard, like modern chair. And you're like, I don't want to sit in this for 5 hours. Like, so I'm definitely a Gretsch boy. I kind of have Frankenstein kit right now, but the Gretsch Catalina Club, 24-inch kick, which is just so fat. Yeah, and I've got Beta 91 vibe in there, and then the 47 outside. Yeah, I was doing a country record this week, and so we just wanted like big roomy kit sound.
Yep.
But one of the toms is still kind of cut, so I have the Gretsch Renown kit. It's kind of like a little more of a slappy vibe to it.
So Gretsch Renown toms.
Gretsch Renown toms.
You got the Catalina 24 kick. I don't think I've ever seen a 24 Catalina kick. That's cool.
Yeah.
It sounded great.
Yeah, man.
You're just jamming on it.
Yeah.
Pearl Masters.
Yeah, the Pearl Masters is kind of my like everydayer. Feels pretty versatile with different tunings and stuff. But yeah, so I kind of, where I track and engineer myself, typically, it's kind of easiest to kind of have all the pre's and stuff like just next to me.
Oh yeah, that's clever.
Yeah, and it's kind of goofy in this situation with the monitor that's really small up there. I just bring my smart mouse over and kind of like engineer myself from here, and it's working. Yeah, so I have all the pre's kind of handy, and then this kind of old Tascam vibe, another color of preamp.
That's the one on the bottom?
Yeah, so it's basically just a soundboard that is like stood up right now.
Cool.
So it kind of gives like 500 series in a sense. But so yeah, I can like pull the rack out and kind of switch between the more modern punchy thing versus the like kind of vintage round vibe. Yeah, so that's kind of like fun to have those options, and then that all runs around and snakes over to the compressors and outboard gear, yada yada.
Are these the 84s? The
Yeah.
pencils?
Yeah, they're the Warm Audio 84s.
How do you like these guys? These are one of the few Warm mics I haven't tried before.
They're honestly amazing. I feel like for being pencils, they just sound like so full. And
really?
yeah, I use the Fat 47s on top as well a lot. And I feel like these give like just as much of that like roundness, full picture of the kit. They're pretty sweet.
And then what are these little guys?
Yeah, these are just the Beta 98As. Yeah, they're more of like a live situations, but I just really, really love how they sound. And so I use these quite a bit.
And they're condensers?
Yep, condensers. And
Nice.
if I want more of like an intimate brush vibe or, I don't know, more folky or something, I'll throw like a large condenser or something on the toms too instead. But these are kind of my everydayers that I just leave on. This is kind of a new experiment, but yeah, it's biodynamic.
Somebody in the chat will know.
Somebody on the channel knows.
Somebody in the live chat right now.
It kind of is the Neumann 105 like vocal mic vibe.
Okay,
It's kind of like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So it's like large condenser, but pretty directional with the capture and stuff. But it's got like a really, really cool bottom end to it. And so you get a lot of that clarity, but still some punch. But that's been cool. Been trying that out. And then this is the Loudon 208, which is crazy overkill for this hat, but I like the clarity and the directional aspect to it. It's really sweet.
That's a great mic.
It's a great mic. I have to shout out my boy, Ben Hensey, really quick, because this is kind of a hilarious setup.
Okay.
So my buddy, he has like a custom cable business that he does.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, hey dude, I just moved into this space and I have this really weird scenario where I have 3 synths and I just want them to all be condensed down to 2 channels.
Yep.
And so he literally like built this kind of Frankenstein cable to where they all like sum together. And they're going just right into my 1 and 2 on the quad over there. And
Whoa.
so, yeah. So it's kind of like a goofy way to skip the DI or like needing a summing situation.
And it's clean, no buzz or anything?
No buzz or anything.
great.
It's definitely like,
That's
if
crazy.
if I'm doing one, I'll have the others off. So there's like
Right.
none of that stuff
Noise
coming.
floor buildup or
Yeah,
whatever? Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of like a goofy thing that I think is fun. And he's also done like some of these sweet, super nice like headphone extensions and different things like that, just kind of floating around.
Oh wait, did you bring this kid over?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he brought one of those
Yeah,
over.
freaking, he's such a stud. And
Nice.
back to drums really quick, because I think this is super fun. On the cloud, I have like,
Right. 14s, bro.
yeah.
Dude, those mics are so good.
They're sweet.
They're so good.
Yeah, they're freaking crispy. But yeah, that's kind of a never move situation. Those just kind of run over the cloud and stay there all the time. And it's kind of sweet for like, if I'm doing a gang vocal or if I want a roomy acoustic mic too, they're just kind of there. So that's pretty fun. And then I have my Bogos. No, so this is kind of what I just like take and move around a bunch. But these are like the OG Cascade Fatheads.
Nice.
And they just kind of shoot right up to this like really tall ceiling situation. But yeah, I saw your east-west trick where you block off the kit from the mic or whatever.
Yep.
So I tried that this week. I put the gobo in front of the kit.
Yeah.
And then those just sounded like an extra 20 feet away. And I'm like, what the heck? So sweet.
Yeah. Blocking the transients from the room mic is just like,
Yeah, I'm like,
cleans it up
Never
so
going
much.
back.
Especially like the cymbals that have all that, just only get beautiful room sounds.
yeah, because I was a little surprised because you would think that that would just sound like crazy, but it was like not as echoey and big as I thought it would be. So I did that and it was like, oh, there it is.
Yeah, that rules.
Yeah, man.
And then you've got the P16s connected. Keep
Yeah.
it living over here. Got one over here. Oh, and then you got one for the singer too. This is vocals.
Yeah, I've got 4 of them floating around. I don't know how much I want to like offer this necessarily, but like for my bands and stuff, we'll use like my stuff as like a practice space. I think it's fun to just have like the option if we want to do like full band in a room thing or like, take it out if we do shows or I don't know. It's fun to kind of like have the option with that setup and it's very easy for my little brain.
Yeah.
You know.
How do you like this mic? This is the WA8000, their Sony C800 copy.
Yep. It's insane.
It's insane.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
The thing I think is really cool about it is the top end is like, honestly, I leave it alone. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really have to
just
boost
sits.
and then figure out the S's and the transient stuff. It's just like, top end's kind of figured out, and it's like what I wanted anyways.
Yeah.
And so I like that, where it's just kind of like
Dialed.
easier on the back end.
Yeah.
To not have to like figure out a bunch of that like science.
Right.
And how to get the like vocal to cut, but
Yeah.
run into those problems and stuff. So
Use the right mic.
that's kind of
Yeah.
what they say to do.
Yeah, exactly. That's great to hear. I'm stoked on that. Well, what else you got here?
We've got a mini fridge. Stays empty. No, this is just like a MIDI controller.
Oh, cool. Casio? What is
It's a E-Star.
E-Star.
It's like some random Instagram ad, and I was like, that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
So it's like, it's got one pretty like bad stock sound, but it's basically a glorified MIDI controller. But I was doing a bunch of video stuff a couple years ago, and I was like, tired of having these like ugly MIDI controllers in those situations. So that's kind of what I got it for. But the weight on it feels really good, and it's kind of there if someone wants like a more fluid experience when they play or something. This is purely decor.
This is from the Universal Audio plugin, right?
Dude, yeah.
They make it after the plugin?
Yeah, this is where all the tone is. It sits inside there. This is the rec button. Yeah, then just kind of like a bunch of mics and extra drum stuff. Yeah, a bunch of different heads and more cymbals and all that good stuff, man. But you have two Acrolytes. This is like the cheaper version of the Black Beauty. It's the Black Magic, but it's really sweet. Like 14 by 8, I think.
Whoa, that's fatty.
Yeah, it's a fatty. Yeah, and then here's like the rest of the Frankenstein kit that I have going on over there. But I feel like those kind of cover my bases as far as like snare needs and stuff, and then got my pile of cymbals and all that.
As a drummer recording yourself over the last 15 years, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I would say recording
10, 15
tones
years?
I'm not like mad about 7 or 8 years, but yeah, sure.
We don't talk about those first years.
yeah. That's not on the playlist.
What are some of the like big lessons you've learned to get the sounds that you're looking for faster?
I have an unfortunate answer, but I think a lot of it is in the hands. I think the drums should sound good if it's like mic'd up with one mic.
Yeah.
Like just learning how to play like balanced.
Yep.
You don't necessarily need to destroy the cymbals to get what you want to get out of them. And so I think it's a lot of just trial and error of, oh, if I like play the snare at a 7 out of 10, it's gonna sound even fatter than like slapping it as hard as I can because you're not choking the tone out and all that kind of stuff. And so I really unfortunately do think it's a lot in the hands. Depending on the vibe, heads and dampening are the quickest way to get a certain vibe to me. So these are like clear heads, so they just kind of have that like plasticky snap, which is great if you're doing like more of a clean rock thing or like, I don't know, radio country or something. But then just throwing this on, all of a sudden it's this kind of muted, cool little pocket of like frequencies.
Something that I love that you're doing is you've started making YouTube videos.
Dude, of course you love that.
I do love that. You know why? Is because when I started making videos, I hated watching videos about studio stuff. They made me nauseous. And I also like worked in studios, so I was like, I feel like I should like these. And the videos were just, I don't know if they were just made in a way or it was the people or what it was. I couldn't connect with it.
Yeah.
Just frustrating because you're like, I want to watch something that's about what I'm interested in. And your videos are awesome. And
Thanks,
you are
man.
like a natural
Thanks, dude.
at them. Like
Yeah.
the second they start, I'm like, dude, he's so comfortable.
Dude, I
Like,
appreciate
this
that. It doesn't feel like that all the time, but I appreciate you saying that, yeah.
Yeah, they're really good. You talk about important stuff, the dead drums, the sync music world
breakdown.
video. Yeah, I think you did one on kind of like a folk production thing.
Thanks, man. Honestly, I kind of feel similar. I'm not gonna like name drop anyone or anything, but I feel like a lot of the like,
You're watching my videos and you're like, this is terrible.
I'm like, this dude has no soul. I'm like, no, but I feel like a lot of those videos are just like a little soulless.
Yeah.
And you know, me saying bogos earlier, you probably understand that I'm not like, I don't care as much about like the thing itself.
Yeah.
I just like love the music.
Yeah.
And you like need these tools to do that to an extent. But I kind of approach the YouTube thing as more of like, I know where I started, which was literal ground zero. Didn't even know I was producing until someone was like, oh yeah, that's like, you're making songs in your bedroom for fun. Like you're actually like doing a thing that you could do for work. But yeah, so I feel like I kind of go a little deeper than the like surface level gear stuff. And I more talk about like production theory and more of the why behind the what versus the nitty gritty gear stuff.
So when you moved here, you presumably had some people you were already working with that you were still able to, and then you're kind of split between different categories of work.
Yeah, I feel like where there's not a crazy infrastructure in Kansas City to like do music on a serious level, it was very indie at its core, which is really cool. But a lot of small budgets, a lot of like first timers, and no shade to like anyone, but it just kind of felt like maybe I was growing out of a lot of the projects that were coming my way, and I was like, man, I want to like just get into a little more of a serious space where people are like trying to do this like as careers and stuff. That's been really cool. It feels like a lot of people that are here to do it are like trying to make it like their full-time thing. And so I think that's been a really cool change of pace. Even though a lot of them still are indie, and it's not like big label budgets or anything like that, I guess just the seriousness of the client and artist has been like really cool.
What's the dark side of Nashville?
Should I actually talk about it?
Imagine you watching this video before you moved here being on the fence, you know? Like it's moving to any city is not all positives,
sure.
You know, there's trade-offs, and it's sort of like, are these trade-offs what you're looking for, or are they maybe not what you're looking for?
I think comparison, dude, I mean, we all know it. It's just like the thief of joy, but I think moving here, I was like, oh man, I'm just gonna like move there. This is gonna be the coolest thing. It's all gonna happen so quick. Moving to Nashville for music kind of like became the most least interesting thing about me.
Right.
Where like in KC, it was like, oh, that's so cool that you like you get to do that full time. Like,
yeah.
But here I'm like one of freaking 100,000, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And so it's really weird to keep fresh perspective. A lot of the friends I've made or people I meet are like 5 or 20 steps ahead of me or something. That's been like a weird thing to navigate. I'm still me. I have to like keep my head down and just like keep grinding, growing. I think just being in like more of a creative city, but definitely like where it's so music heavy here, it can just feel transient, a lot of the friendships and stuff. And so that was like maybe something I wasn't like anticipating, but not necessarily like bad. It's just kind of like learn who your people are and like, that's great. Shout out Jared Logan for this, but I kind of like use this MO all the time. He has this thing like slow rise, slow fall, fast rise, fast fall. And I think that's like so true. And like business or like being an artist or producer, the longer it takes to grow, realistically, you'll probably like have more of the staying power than just things clicking and you like go way up and you're like freaking killing it in 3 months. You're really not building foundation or roots. I'm just trying to like keep that motto in life and just be like, oh, I made a new like connect and that turned into a client this month. Like, hell yeah, you know?
What are some of the artists you're working with that you're excited about?
Dude, I would say first off, my project, The Paper Brigade, is like an alt pop project. I'm like super excited about that.
It's a band though, right?
Oh, it's a band, all right.
Humans hitting instruments.
Humans hitting instruments.
Sick.
With some fake stuff mingled in there.
That's really fake. Yeah.
Somebody recorded it at one point. Yeah, for sure. And then I'm helping like develop an artist called Xander Ward. His name's Xander Ward. Yeah, it's kind of like beachy pop, but like it's people hitting instruments too. It's a good vibe. And then I actually just started a project with the cable guy that I mentioned, Ben Henze. We do this instrumental like synthwave project, but it's like kind of drum focused, and I'm like really pumped about that. It feels like we're kind of like exploring kind of a new genre, because a lot of that synthwavy stuff is like super heavy programmed drums and stuff, but this is all like pretty real, big roomy sounds, but like mixed with the like moody synths and stuff.
Sick.
So super pumped about that. Yeah, Valor's another one. Familiar is another band that I have produced for and help out with.
Give the people a taste of some of this stuff. The people. Shout out to the people.
The fans. So this is a newest song with the Paper Brigade. It's kind of like a heavier alt pop track, but super excited about it. stoked about that.
Whoa,
Yeah, dude.
that's crazy.
Big vibes. Yeah, I'll peep you a little bit of Xander. He's like on the pretty heavy upward trajectory, and we're super stoked about some of that. We linked up with Indie Mono as of recent, and are super stoked with all they're doing for it. But yeah, let's see. This is his newest song. It's called Beach Babe.
We got plenty of reason to say it. Oh, you know that I know that we know that I felt deep. No other way to explain it. Trip in my head cause you over there looking like a beach babe. Always want a sunbathe, talk about a cheap date.
Yeah,
That's sick.
It's kind of fun.
Yep.
Lighthearted vibes. Yeah, and this is a project I do. I'm kind of the face of it, but I do it with my buddy David May down in Franklin. He like kind of ghost writes a lot of the lyrical stuff, and then I take it to the finish line with like production and vocals and stuff. So it's really like a true 50-50, but he gets them started and I finish them. But they're kind of like more lovey wedding songs, but just good vibes too.
Let me hold you tight, just you and I.
Yeah, like touches little killers too, which I'm like all
Yeah.
about. But
That's great.
yeah, thanks, dude.
Nice sort of like diversification of producing other artists, writing, producing stuff for yourself, some
Yep.
collaborative stuff, and then you're also putting a lot of this stuff out on like sync libraries.
But yeah, I would say my week looks like maybe two days of the week. I'm working on that sync stuff between writing and production and all that kind of stuff. And then, yeah, probably 2 or 3 days of the week with clients, like in person, producing tracks and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, man. So kind of keeping it fresh most days of the week with different things. And I feel like I like that. It kind of keeps all the muscles fresh and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. But
Little good balance between
Yeah.
things, you're not burning out too hard.
yeah, exactly.
Sick, man. Well, I'll put links to your YouTube channel
Thank you.
down in the description. We'll put like a Paper Brigade or something. Or if you have like a link that just has like stuff you've worked on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can do
we'll
that.
put that down there so people can follow you, check out the channel, go subscribe. And yeah, see you guys in the next video.
Sick.
Thanks
Bye,
for doing this,
guys.
man.
Thanks.